Hello, and welcome to this quick demo video, where I want to focus on how we at Secureworks bring together the two landscapes of threat detection and vulnerability management. We are focused on keeping an open platform approach. To us, this means being able to integrate with other security providers and tools. With Taegis vulnerability detection and response, we are now able to ingest Qualys scanning data and leverage our prioritization and XDR integration on top. In the next few minutes, I am going to show how we are integrating the scan data from Qualys into Taegis VDR. Following that, we will take one step further and focus on the integration between Taegis XDR and VDR. I will take a moment to open the Qualys platform so I can go through the seamless integration and added value. Logging into Qualys, we are seeing 3 systems using cloud agent scanning capability. Already you can observe a large number of vulnerabilities. We've got over 500 open ones, and even with such a low number of systems, it already makes it difficult for me to know where to start patching. As we bring this data into VDR, we are already grouping the vulnerabilities into larger groups, focusing on the actual vulnerable software or application. Our goal is to give you concise and prioritized information. Let me pivot first time to our VDR platform to show you how the same data looks like. I'm looking here at the asset view, where I can quickly filter for the assets I need based on the tag. You can observe the same 3 systems scanned by Qualys showing up here, and already you can see the grouping and concise information presented. Expanding this allows me to drill down into the vulnerability data and check the criticality and affected software. Setting up the integration between VDR and Qualys is really easy through our connector wizard. The only prerequisite is a Qualys user with API access. The connector will then create 2 bridges, one to the Taegis platform and then one to the Qualys platform. Switching gears a bit, let me show you the prioritization capabilities in VDR. Going into the Vulnerabilities tab, we can see we have multiple systems being scanned. We are importing Qualys data, but we have also the option to provide scanning capability if you would like to extend this. You could scan your endpoints using Cloud Agent and your network devices as well as externally facing systems using VDR. Our prioritization engine will ingest all the scan data and give you a numbered list focusing on your top critical vulnerabilities first. There are over 50 factors taken into account, all based on information from your environment as well as vulnerability details used to give you a specific order for all your vulnerabilities. Let me pick an example vulnerability based on a CV. I will switch back to Qualys and choose a Severity 3 vulnerability, which would be a less critical one. Getting the CV number for this allows me to go back into VDR and just check our approach. Using VDR search capabilities, I can find the affected systems and individual vulnerabilities. Searching just for the CV name, and you can see we have grouped this into the outdated Firefox group, and on all 3 systems. This sits on top on our priority lists. To understand why, I can expand the vulnerability and see exactly how Taegis VDR prioritization works. There are a number of products doing prioritization, and for us this is one of our main differentiators. We focus on using the latest AI models while also keeping the results transparent, as shown here. We connect this to the latest threat intelligence and integrate our counter-threat unit research capabilities as well. A quick view allows you to check the results based on 5 main categories. Let's take a look at the external context. There are known exploits available. This version of Firefox has specific threat intel mentions, and on top of that, our CTU has issued specific advisories related to this vulnerability. As we expand our Taegis platform, we are bringing in vulnerability data into our Taegis XDR platform, focusing on bridging the 2 landscapes of threat detection and vulnerability management. Inside XDR, we've created a new vulnerabilities view. Added here, you can quickly check your newly detected endpoint vulnerabilities for the last 7 days. But I want to draw your attention on the following view, where we are looking at a prioritized list of vulnerabilities that exist on systems with a high number of alerts on them. So we are taking the list of vulnerabilities and combining that with endpoints with a high number of alerts in the last period. This in turn offers us a view of what is currently vulnerable, but also what is currently being targeted under attack. This is what we call vulnerabilities on most alerted endpoints. I'm sure this is the first thing that anyone would need to patch. From here, I would like to show you the value that this brings when working on investigating a potential security incident. Picking up on an analyst workflow and moving into an active investigation, I would like to take a moment to expand that. This is centered around a web shell spawned on an Exchange server. Following the analyst workflow, I will move into the evidence section and expand the included alerts. We already see signs of exploitation, lateral movement using Meterpreter, and so on. But I'll move closer to the initial stages of the investigation and pick up on the Genesis alert, which started the investigation. Expanding the alert, I investigate the process and command line, which indicates a script spawning from a parent process. Checking this further, the parent process seems to be a service related to Microsoft IIS and Microsoft Exchange Server. This is already intriguing. At the same time, the new VDR integration shows me that I have also vulnerability data for this system. And this is where things get interesting. We can immediately see that this is actually a server running an outdated version of Exchange with critical vulnerabilities. So going back to the investigation, as an analyst, I am quickly able to put things together and understand the attack much better, as well as confirm the root cause, which comes from the vulnerable Exchange server. So instead of going back to the customer or sending emails to the VM team, I already have this info in Taegis XDR. As an analyst, this enables me to offer clearer response recommendations to customers, as well as clearly pinpoint the root cause of the breach. Patching the Exchange server should be one of the immediate next steps. I will end this by saying that this is a truly innovative approach from Secureworks and that it really shows the level of detail and the huge amount of visibility that we bring, which enables better detection and faster response times.